What up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's Carter TV. I'm sorry for the delays on the story, but I'm back to give y'all a banging story. You feel me? Banging. It's called Single Married Women. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all women can relate because a lot of y'all women are dating single married men. Let's put it on the table. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this story is about a woman named Monique who's dating 3 people. You know what I mean? Monique has been dating this guy named James since high school. They got married a little after high school, did years in school. Now she's a nurse. She's a nurse and he's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? During the time that they dating, they really haven't been seeing each other. You know what I'm saying? He's been more focused on work. She's been more focused on work and also having another life. During her time at the hospital working, she met another dude. He came in as a patient. He got into a situation when he got shot at. He came to the hospital by himself. She looked at him. She treated him. They was vibing right off the rip. He spit game to her. He bagged her up, got her number. And then he started coming to the hospital frequently just to see her. You know what I'm saying? So she even made it clear to him, like, I'm a married woman and I can't be doing that. Right? So he was going all out his way to please this girl, to get this girl. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this guy who got shot, his name was K-Dog, a.k.a. K-Wong. K-Wong was a street nigga. I mean, he got shot, took himself to the hospital, met Monique. Right? After meeting Monique, he wanted Monique. And he kept showing up to the hospital just to see her. And she, that was putting her on the spot with her fellow employees, like her fellow coworkers. It's just like, yo, why does dude keep coming here? I know you married. So she basically had to let him know, like, I'm married. I can't be doing this with you. You can't be pulling up to the job, dropping gifts or stuff like this, Now, she wasn't getting this type of attention at home. She wasn't getting it because her husband was on 2 different types of schedules. Either she's home, he's not. He's home, she's not. They both work long shifts. They both was in the field where they had to help people. So with that being said, Monique started getting a lot of attention. This one particular day on her lunch break, K-Wong showed up. You know what I mean? He showed up, but he didn't show up to see her. His grandmother was in the hospital at the time. She automatically assumed he was there to see her. So she approached him. While she was on lunch break, she approached him. And he was walking towards in the hospital. She was sitting there and she was like, you looking for me? Like, I keep telling you we can't do this and that and the third. Like, you can't keep showing up. You're going to get me in trouble. Da-da-da-da. It's not looking professional. I treated you as a patient. Please just stay what it is. So he looked at her. Another lady was there with him, which happened to be his baby mother. And she looked at her like, who the fuck is this bitch? So she was like, wait, what's going on? He was like, I ain't here for you. I ain't here for you. And he walked away, embarrassed the shit out of her. One of her co-workers came over and was like, girl, isn't that the dude that was bringing you gifts and stuff like that? That's his girlfriend? She's like, I don't know. Like, she got thrown off because he wasn't there to see her. So now she like, you're not here to see me. You've been coming to see me like damn every other day. Now you with another girl. She was iffy about it. So she kind of was hurt by it because she got used to him coming here. So he's still in the room. After her lunch break, she walked past the room where he was in. And so happened to overhear the conversation of him talking to his grandmother, this and that, the third. And, the grandmother wanted to see the baby. He had a daughter who was about 6 years old. Pretty little girl. You know what I'm saying? Very pretty little girl. She had light colored eyes. She was real pretty in the face. She could be like one of them kids on them just for me, ads, you know what I'm saying? So the baby mother pulled him to the side. I was like, who's that girl that stopped you? Like, that's your new girlfriend? You be having her around my daughter? It's like, nah, that's just the nurse I was cool with type shit. So, she was like, oh, thought you had another bitch around my daughter. You know how baby mothers is. Some baby mothers. So he was basically like, yo, this ain't the time for this. You know what I'm saying? This is really ain't the time for you to be asking me about another female in this time right now. So that kind of made her fall back a little bit. It was like, whatever. And she left. He left her with his daughter. So the nurse, Monique, saw him leaving. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I apologize. I didn't know you was here on another situation. I just got so used to seeing you come over here, you coming to see me. He was like, it's all right, it's cool. And then he walked away. He was nonchalant with her because that point in time, you wasn't feeling him. Now you see him coping with something. Now you want to be on him. She was like, is everything okay? And he was kind of like, miss. She was like, my name is Monique. Monique, I'm not looking for sympathy. When I wanted your attention, you ain't want to give it to me. Please don't give it to me now. Please don't. So right then and there, the beat go off. His grandmother, she's transitioning over to the other side, and she died right there as he's leaving the hospital. And he heard it, he was hurt. And then she tried to console him and all that. And she was just like, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I apologize. Da-da-da-da. So he was kind of bothered. He was like, just get off me. And then he left. Took his daughter, dipped out. And he just lost his grandmother. Da-da-da-da. So Monique ain't see him for a good 3 weeks. He wasn't at the hospital. He's back to the streets. She bumps into him in the street. She was going to a little store, bumped into him, and was like, hey. He was like, it's K-Dog. What's up? K-Dog is your name? Oh, no. He was like, nah, my name is K-Wong. He was like, oh. And he's like, I never got your name. He was like, oh, yeah, my name is Monique. She was like, my name is Monique. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, I'm sorry for your loss. I ain't never get a chance to speak to you because, due to circumstances. He's like, nah, it's nothing. I apologize for how I was acting. I just lost somebody very close to me. You know what I mean? So right then and there, they exchanged numbers and they low-key was just linking up. She automatically forgot that she had a husband. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that their schedule was off, she forgot she had a husband. So her and K1 was linking up frequently. They was having sex. He was giving her gifts. He was showing up to the job. And he was sending her gifts and it was saying it's from her husband to throw the co-workers off. Because she already told him, he's like, I already know you got a husband and all that, but I'm just here for the ride, shorty. It is what it is, right? And mind you, Monique don't got no kids. She's married with no kids. She's doing this, da-da-da-da-da. And the husband is, being a working man, providing, doing what he got to do. So they've been going on trips. You know what I'm saying? She been letting her husband know, I'm going on a trip to help other people out, line. So in the past month she met K1, they went on 3 trips. They went to Jamaica, they went to Vegas, and they went to Europe. So shorty was really flying out, living her best life while married. So she comes home, and he wasn't supposed to be home, but he was home. And K1 walked through the door first with the luggage. So the husband automatically thought he was the Uber driver. He was like, oh, thank you for bringing my wife home. And he met the husband. So the girlfriend, Monique, she was like, oh, hey, honey, I wasn't expecting you to be home. I thought she was like, nah, I took some time off. I ain't really spent time with you like that. Let's take a trip. Da-da-da-da-da. So she was like, okay, we can do that, yes. Hugging him up, kissing him in front of K1, making him feel some type of way. So he kind of just dropped the luggage there and left out. And she saw what was going on. She was like, I got to get the rest of my stuff. She was like, nah, let the driver get it. So K1 was like, fuck that. She come get her own shit. And he dipped out. Took her shit and just threw it on the street. So she knew what time it was. And he was mad that she did that in front of him. So the husband was like, yo, he's a fucking rude driver. He's a fucking rude driver. He like, y'all don't shoot his ass. He threw her shit on the street, right in front of her crib, and reversed and peeled off. She was later texting that day, what was all that animosity for? You knew I was married, da-da-da-da. So he was basically like, you doing that shit all in my face. That shit wasn't cool. I could understand if that's your husband and all, but at least have some boundaries and respect for me to leave the crib and do all that. She like, I ain't got to respect you to do that. You decide. I ain't got to respect you. So he was like, all right, say less, shorty. So he didn't speak to her for a couple days after that situation. She got so used to him dropping gifts or, bringing her lunch and shit. He was giving her money. He was showing her a good time. In the past few months, he was messing with shorty. So she ends up meeting another person. She ends up meeting a girl who she thought was a guy. She met this drag girl, stud, and her name was Ashley. Her name was Ashley. From behind, Ashley like a dude because she was dressed like a dude. She had on a nice leather jacket, some nice fitted jeans. She had a fitted on. She had a little ice in her mouth. And she was looking like a real dude. Monique got up on her, was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you was somebody I recognized." And Ashley was like, "Nah, come here, what's up?" Like, they was talking and all that. She making Monique laugh. Monique feeling her charm. So the stud girl, Ashley, bagged her, got the number and all that. So now, Monique, her husband pulls up to the job. Monique's husband pulled up to the job. Around the same time, Ashley pulled up around to the job. So she talking to Ash, and the husband peeping how she's looking at her, how she talking to her. So he automatically thought it was a dude himself. So he was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And he was like, "Oh, you a female." He was like, "So what?" She was like, "So what? But my hands work. My shit is bisexual. What's up? Who you?" She like, "Ash, chill. This my husband. James, this Ashley. She was a patient. I treated her. She was just here for a checkup." Lying. Ashley was there to see her and see what it was. He was like, "I apologize. I thought you was a guy, judging from the way you dress." And James was one of those uppity guys. He got money. You know what I mean? He felt like he was above people. You feel me? So he was like, "Yeah, I'm here to take you out for lunch." So Ash was like, "This your dude?" Yeah. He ain't no, and Ash said some shit like, "Oh, he ain't nothing to be worried about, shorty. I'll see you around." So James looked at her, was like, "What's that supposed to mean?" I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. She's like, "Where we going for lunch though?" She was like, "Come on, let's go go somewhere nice." Took her like Red Lobster, something pricey. You know what I mean? Something pricey. Took her somewhere for lunch type shit. Eat good. Gave her, a couple dollars. And she used to getting about $5,000 a day from K1. You know what I'm saying? K1 was giving her bands. He was bringing her Chanel, Gucci at the job, and they thought it was the husband. So when the husband brought her back to work after her lunch, the employees saw him. They saw him, and they was just like, "Oh, this the nice husband that be dropping them nice Chanels and Gucci." She was like, trying to shrug the lady like, "What?" She was like, "Chanel, Gucci? You got that stuff?" "Yeah, I drop that off to you." Don't pay my coworkers no mind. They just playing with you, baby. I'm gonna see you later. I gotta bring you back to work, all right? All right, see you back at home. So she quickly brushed him off and grabbed her. I was like, "Yo, girl, what are you doing? What is you doing?" White lady, don't out of my business, dropping the bomb. So the husband started to be like, he started to have to put two and two together. "I ain't never dropped no gifts off to you. Da da da." In his mind, he thought it was the dyke girl that did that. So he was like, "You know what? I think it's that dyke girl." That's what he's saying himself. "I think it's that dyke girl she's been coming up here, patient my ass." So on his time more from work, the husband would park in the parking lot and sit there and see who would come up to the job. Because he already know what face he's looking for. You feel what I'm saying? So after he dropped her off, he left the hospital, spin back around. Right? Spin back around. When he got there, he seen Ashley pull up, get out the car, walk straight in. Monique met her at the entrance, hugged her up and all that. Gave her a kiss. So he peeped game. He taking pictures. He recording. They outside having a good laugh, chilling. Ashley smacking her ass, her shit jiggling. She like, "Stop playing, I'm at work. I gotta be professional." Monique is enjoying this. You know what I'm saying? So after that situation going on, they slid off. While she's at work, they slid off. So James, he wanted to see where they was going. They didn't jump in the car. They spent around the back of the hospital. He go back turn to the hospital. He hear Ashley moaning. Monique is eating Ashley out. You know what I'm saying? Eating her out, giving her the business. You know what I'm saying? So James was like, what the fuck? Like, he's stunned by this, right? Like, this his girlfriend is just literally eating this girl out from the back. Like, this stud is bent over getting her shit twerked. Like, you know what I mean? So Ashley was aggressive. She done flipped it on her. Was like, yo, don't bend me over like that. Like, I do the bending over here. She was like, you like that? And started fingering Ashley from behind, like fingering her and all that. And then they both was getting at each other after that. So James dipped. Like, he recorded a little bit of it, and then he dipped once they heard something. They was like, well, who's that? So he dipped off. He jumped back in his V and went home. Boom. So after that situation happened, Keyvon popped up. He popped up at the house. You know what I'm saying? And he popped up with a mask on, though. At this time, people still wearing masks. So he popped up with a mask on to see if Monique was at the crib. And the husband didn't recognize who he was because he had a mask on. So the husband answered the door. He like, can I help you? He was like, nah, I was looking for Mo. But apparently she ain't here. Tell her brother stopped by. Her brother? You don't want to come inside? Nah. Tell her brother stopped by. So he dipped. So the husband like, why your brother's like, that's weird. He stopped by. You don't want to come to the crib? Like, so Monique comes home. This is the same day her and Ash was getting busy. This is the same day. Monique comes home. Oh, hey, babe, you all right? So she wanted to go for a kiss, and he kind of moved his head and was like, you smell. Go take a shower. She was like, babe, why are you talking to me like that? You stink. Go take a shower. Right? So she was like, you ain't got to say it like that. And he was like, oh, your brother came by. She was like, my brother? But where he at? Why he ain't sitting in the house? He ain't want to. He came by and he did. And she was like, all right, I'm going to go call him. Just when she was about to go make a call to her brother, Keyvon texted, I showed up at your crib and you wasn't home. Where the fuck you at? So she was like, oh, you showed up at my crib and you told me you was my brother. Oh, I thought you wasn't speaking to me, da-da-da this and da-da-da that. Come on, shorty, stop playing with me. I need to see you. So she like, all right, when? Now. I'm pulling up to your crib. So she like, what the fuck? Come outside. She was like, let me get a shower. I just got home. So she took a shower real quick. The husband was actually drinking when she came home. He was sitting in the living room drinking and then ends up passing out about half an hour later. She's come downstairs to see what he was doing. She threw on some nice little fit, jetted out the crib. He heard the door slam, popped back up and went to sleep. Come outside. Boom, she see Keyvon. Oh, I missed you. You know, I bought you some. Bought her some Prada shoes. He bought her something from Gucci. And he bought her something from Louis. He bought a good 3 bags. And he gave her, an envelope full of money. She was like, oh, my God, you always know how to treat me. Da-da-da-da. So she was like, come on, we out. She's like, I can't leave. I got to work tomorrow. I'll take you to work tomorrow. I'll buy you something for you to wear to work tomorrow. Buy you some new scrubs. So they went to go buy the scrubs. Then went out. Little dinner, went back to the hotel, and he beat it up raw. Boom, 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 busting nothing out, all that. Now, she ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no kids. Her husband ain't having been sex. So she been low-key having sex with 2 different people. You know what I'm saying? One who happened to be a stud. Right? So, boom. Did that happen? She wakes up, getting ready for work. Ashley, good morning. Good morning, babe. I miss you. Da-da-da-da. She smiling at the text. He peeped in. He like, I know that ain't your husband that got you smiling like that. I know that ain't your husband that got you smiling like that. She like, I mean, he do text me. He do text me. Like, you just left that nigga last night. You think he gonna be texting you good morning? He gonna be like, where the fuck you at? So she like, oh, this nigga ain't dumb. This nigga ain't dumb. She like, nah, you right. It's my coworker saying we gonna have a short date, da-da-da-da. So she took the text off from Ash and flipped it on one of the coworkers who was showing him the text, like, say, I told you, we good. He like, yeah, you need to ride to work? She like, yeah. Can you hold my stuff in your car and I'll come get it from you this afternoon? He like, all right, bet. Dropped off at work. The white lady see the dude. I was like, that's not your husband. She was like, girl, please don't pay attention to what I got going on. She's like, girl, you know you shouldn't be doing that, messing around. That's how people get in trouble. And I think I saw you with that dreadhead dude too. You saw me? She was like, yeah. you was outside, right, with her talking. So she thought she saw her having sex, but it was like, nah. She's like, oh yeah, that's just my friend. That's just my friend. She was like, oh, okay. But your husband find out about him, he gonna have a fit. She like, girl, he ain't gonna find out. He ain't gonna find out. So boom, Ashley showed up to the job on a lunch break. Right? Ashley showed up to the job on a lunch break. The husband is at the job. He watching the whole time. He watching this take place. Right? And then they low-key slid off again. This time, Ashley brought her strap and was pounding her out. Boom, 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 giving her the meats. So the whole time, the husband see that she having an affair going on. You know what I'm saying? He's settling up. It was time for her to come clean. He was bothered about this because he be at home, worried about what she got going on. She dipped out. This is what she be. He automatically assumed it was her. Boom. So he was trying to put together how to approach her. Instead of saying, babe, like, what's going on with you and Ash? Like, you know what I'm saying? He sat on it for a good month. He sat on it. Her period didn't come. And she was throwing up by the second month. You know what I'm saying? And that month frame, her and her husband did have sex. They did have sex. So the husband probably thought, oh, maybe it's about time we have a kid. Da, da, da. She thought it wasn't the right time to have a kid because she's living her best life, going on trips, not going to worry about nobody else. You know, she's mangling. She ends up losing it if she found out she was pregnant. So she took a test. It came back negative. She wasn't pregnant. So she was like, oh, thank God I'm not pregnant. So the husband was like, you're not pregnant? He was like, no. So boom. A couple weeks later go by. Her and Ash still kicking it. K1 shows up. He shows up to the job around the time she get off. And they bump heads. So K1 was like, Ash, what you doing here? He's like, I'm here to see one of my shorties. Monique see them talking in the lobby. He like, oh, she like, who you here to see? He like, I'm here to see one of my little things too. And the white girl that Ash will remember, say, you seen Ash? Ash was about to spin back around. And to Ash was like, oh, there she go right there. So K1 look. He like, oh. He didn't say nothing. He already knew what time it was on there. He already knew what time it was. So she like, oh, hey, Ash. So this is the second time she did some funny shit in front of K1. Some funny shit. So he like, yo, meet my brother K1, K-Dog. This is my little shorty Mo. Grabbing her ass in front of him and all that. In the workplace. She was like, yo, I'm in the workplace. Shit, don't do that. She like, my bad, babe. Come on, let's get up out of here. Let's get you out of them scrubs. Get you in that tub. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, all right, come on. I'm pimped off. So K1 knew what time it was. He knew how he had to handle shorty. Right? So boom. The following day, Ash on her way to work. He's at the job, sitting in there, saying feeling sick, but he wasn't sick. Seeing her, oh shit, Kate, what you doing? I ain't feeling well. Come take care of me. Said it just like that. So boom, she like, all right, what's wrong? Headache type shit. My arm went limp. Can't feel my shit. So she like, could it be from when you got shot? Could be. You the nurse, you tell me. So he being nonchalant, but she like, yo, you ain't got an attitude with me. You came to the hospital for you get checked. You ain't got to treat me like that. He like, bitch, I'll treat you any fucking way I want to. So he like, wow, you can get somebody else to take care of you. Get somebody else to take care of you. He like, nah, I'm just playing. Cause I stop playing like that. He like, you know I love you, girl. She like, for real. I get some money. I ain't got no money on me right now. Right, you for real? Like, I ain't got no money on me right now. I just came to make sure my shit good. So a girl walks in. After she done checking her, she walks out. The girl walking. Babe, you all right? I'm good. Shorty, you good? Nice little Puerto Rican mommy. You know what I mean? Walked in. She come back in with the results. You good. You just probably got a little soreness. She said, oh, this is the nurse that was taking care of my baby. So she like, Monique like, oh, it's my girl. So Monique like, oh. Right? It's my little baby. She said, you all right? You want me to take you home, cook? Yeah. She's like, I need money. I gotta, pay my bills. So he give her a band, pay her bills. Monique like gave him the look like, nigga, you just told me you ain't had no money. Now you got money. So boom. He's like, yeah, I gotta take care of my lady. You know what I'm saying? Smiling at Monique, doing exactly what she was doing in front of him. Now he doing it to her. She not feeling it. So she automatically blocked him. Mad as shit. Right? So Monique got so jealous and envy of it, he stopped coming around completely. Now, Ash wasn't giving her bread like that, but she was showing her a little decent time. Right? So boom. She meets another dude. This dude was happened to be one of, K1 people's. And she meets him on a block with K1 BS. She went over there basically to look for him, but meet the other dude. And she seen K1, but he was more in tune with the Spanish girl. And she got real jealous of that. So she started talking to that dude, and K1 Pete, and kept going. He was like, K1, look at my new shorty, He was like, that's what's up, bro. And kept it moving. And it kind of bugged Ashley out. Like, this nigga's not paying you no more mind. So she told the dude, I'm single. You know what I mean? She took the wedding ring off and all that. The husband been following her around for the past couple days. You know what I'm saying? Seeing her with another dude. So he like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Da-da-da-da. So he and the new dude ended up smashing the first day he linked her and all that. And she basically told him like, yo, that dude K1 you talk to, I used to talk to him, he used to beat on me. So she lied. He used to beat on me. He like, what? He used to beat on you. I'm gonna speak to him. So dude went to go press K1. Yo, you used to beat on Mo? Who the fuck is Mo? That shorty I showed you yesterday. I don't even know who that is, God. I don't even know who that is. I never seen her before. She said she used to treat you in high school. And that could have been any nurse, bro. I don't know shorty from a hole in the wall. Feel me? He like, all right. So he brushed boy off. K1 was about to press Ash Monique, but it was like, it's not worth pressing her because this is going to turn more. So he just basically ignored shorty completely. She was blowing up his phone. He was dubbing it. He changed his number. So basically get away from Monique. So Ash pulled up on her. I was like, yo, I ain't been hearing from you in a couple of days. What's been going on? So basically, she told Ash, like, K1 was really putting his hands on me. He was putting his hands on me. She's like, you and K1, I used to mess? She was like, yeah, da-da-da-da. We used to mess. He beat me up the other day. She put on makeup on her eye to black her eye. She fake put on makeup for the bruises. She was like, look, I ain't want to show my coworkers, but, babe, I love you. Like, look what he did. So Ash like, nah, I can't. Like, she really lost it. She was like, I'm gonna handle this. She did, and the husband came. And when the husband came, the white girl showed her like, yo, your wife is over there. Monique she ain't take the makeup off. So when she didn't take the makeup off, the husband saw, was like, yo, the fuck is going on? She's like, babe, wait. Nah, you run around cheating on me and the person you cheating on me with beating you the fuck up like this? Nah. So he lost it. That's two people that lost it. So the last person he saw was Ash, the dreadhead girl. He went home, cocked his gun and all that, got situated. Ash went to the crib, got her little thing, and went to go see K1. Now the husband was outside looking for Ash, looking. And he remembered going back to the spot where she was posted up at. So he drove over there, right? Boom. He spot Ash. In the midst of him spot Ash spot K1 with his shorty and a couple other niggas on the block. So boom. He like, okay, K1, you was fucking with Mo? She poked up on him. You was fucking with Mo? He's like, yo, bro, I ain't about to argue about no bitch I ain't fucking with, yo. I ain't about to do this with you, Ash. That's my bitch, yo. He said, if that's your bitch, yeah, you can have her. She said, nah, she told me you put her hands on her, bro. She got bruises and all that. I said, I ain't never touched that woman a day in my life. Unless I was beating it. So Ash was like, what? Snuffed him. Boom! Hit K1. K1 was like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? So K1 girl saw that, was like, bitch, nuh-uh, no, we not, and straight hit her. Boom! So now the two girls are scuffling. Ash back out her gun and hit the girl across her dome with it. Right? Knocked her down type shit. Right? So K1 like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Put that gun away. He like, nah, nigga, you ain't gonna hit my bitch ever again. Before she could let off a shot, the husband let off a shot. Boom, hit Ash in the back. Poof. She like, what the fuck? She looked, she bleeding. She turn around. Dude let off another shot. Boom, right in her chest. So everybody getting low, right? So the husband was like, stay away from my wife, right? Right? So boom, the dude that she was messing with come downstairs. He ended up bucking. Boom, boom, trying to hit K1. But he already was ducking. The husband take a bullet to the head, knock him down, clean off. Boom, boom. So when the boy threw the shot, he missed and hit the husband in the head, clean. Knocked him. 2 bodies left on the scene. Everybody split. Pew! They went to the hospital. You told the wife, like, yo, your husband was shot in the head, left on the scene. He also made an attempt to kill somebody there. I think it was a shootout. So she basically was like, what the fuck is going on? So the boy she was messing with linked up with her. He like, yo, I tried to get him, but I missed. She like, what? You the one that killed my husband? Oh my fucking God. She said, I was trying to get K1 for you. Now where he at? Where you at? You wanted K1 dead, but you hit my husband. Now my husband is gone. But she's like, you know what? You did me a favor because now I got all the money. And I don't need you no more. I'm rich. And she basically, disputed boy. Boy was like, what? After I just did that for you, you just gonna play me like that? She like, yeah, little dick, I don't need you, da-da-da-da. So boy ended up smacking her around. Boop, boop, smacking her around. She called K1. Oh, I'm sorry for what happened, but I really need some assistance. The dude beat me up. Call the cops. I ain't got nothing to do with this. So she was like, you know what? I am going to call the cops. I'm going to call the cops on you and say you the one that shot my husband. So K1 was like, hey, do what you got to do. Cops pulled him in. They saw the video or the footage of what happened. And they like, why that girl post you about with a gun and all that? I said, officer, as you can see, I ain't shoot nobody. I'm the one that got a gun pulled out on me. If you're looking for that shooter, you might want to ask Monique. Monique was the one that set that up. He was like, what you mean? She was dating my homie. And my homie was feeling some type of way about how her husband was treating her. She came to the homie with bruises on her. He was like, what? Boom. They found a motive. The homie snitched. He snitched on Mo. And basically told the feds, like, oh, Mo told me she was going to pay me if I killed her husband and we could be together. Now that she got the money, she said she ain't need me. Now, Monique went to the cops and told them kind of a similar story. She ends up getting locked up for it because it looked like it was a planned murder between her and her boyfriend. And all that shit backfired on her. She ended up getting 15 years. He ended up getting 30. No, she ended up getting 30 years. Boy ended up getting 15. You know what I'm saying? All that cheating shit ain't good at the end of the day. On top of that, she went to jail and had her baby. It was K1's baby. So her baby is now in foster care. You know what I'm saying? She in jail right now. K1 now living his best life with his new girl and his son on the way. Plus he got a third kid that he don't know nothing about. It's your boy, it's Carter TV, man. I'm out.